Hi guys, this is our weekly bias. So today we're going to be analyzing the pair GBPUSD. It's been a while I traded this pair, but I just want to look at it today. And this is the weekly time frame. So if you look at the candle on the weekly, you're going to see that it's giving a bit of rejection, even though it's been buying, and that is the highest point it got to. So that can be considered as our protected high. Price has not gotten to that point since price got there, and this is our range. So this point from here to that point to the top is the range. That is where the market has been trading in for the past few weeks. So that is, if you look at the highest, the high we had, the old high we had before, market swept it. That is a sweep to the downside, and after market swept that place, market swept liquidity there and then pushed to the downside. So ever since then, price has not been able to return to the downside, and the general direction of the market has been an uptrend. So that was just a retracement, and the uptrend is continuing. So after price gave that break of structure, it wasn't a break of structure because price did not break properly, it just broke with a wick. So let's go to the daily time frame and see what it has to show. So on the daily time frame, like I said, price has actually been on an uptrend. So all of these are just like reversals. So you can see that market has been giving break of structures to the downside consistently. You can see that break of structure nice and clean over there, and it was from here the market shifted structure. So if you look at this part, you can see that price actually retraced to at least more than 50% level of this move. Okay, this is the move that caused the last break of structure. So on the daily time frame, it showed as a sweep, but on the weekly time frame, pardon, it showed as a sweep, but on the daily you can see it was a break of structure. So price has actually retraced to at least 50% of this zone. So that was the last break of structure to the downside before market changed direction. So that's the market structure shift there, and price is giving us an uptrend move. So this place is the protected low right here. This is the protected low, and you can see that after market change structure, there was a very big imbalance here that has not been mitigated, and so I'm expecting price to return back to this imbalance, mitigate it, and continue upward to break another structure. Okay, so that is what I'm expecting to see price do this week. So of course, we're not going to just sit and wait, we're going to scale down gradually. So this is the 4-hour time frame, so we can have a clearer picture. So scaling down again to the lower time frame, you can see that this is where the market structure shift occurred before price even started moving massively to the upside. So it did not just happen, market has been respecting structures. So but from the lower time frame, you're going to see better. So this becomes the protected low on the lower time frame. So what I'm expecting price to do is that market will come back and fill this imbalance. So looking at it from the lower time frame, you can see that market actually did create a market structure shift. So what I'm looking at is for price. I was expecting price to fill this imbalance last week before moving to the upside, but the market is the market and it's gonna do what it wants to do. It did not fill that imbalance, but it moved to the upside. And to be honest, I am still waiting for price to come back and fill that imbalance. And with the move we're having right now, it looks like market is giving a clear downtrend. If you go down to like the 5-minute time frame, you see that market has that small two candle you are seeing there. You see that market has actually created like market structure shift, break of structure to the downside. So I'm still expecting the sell to get to this imbalance before the uptrend will continue. So that's what I'm expecting price to do. So fingers crossed. If you scale lower to the lower time frame, of course, maybe to like 15 minutes, that's my entry time frame, you're going to likely find an entry. I don't want to join the sell. I want to wait for price to get to that imbalance, and then I see market reaction and I will join the buy. So that's my bias on GU. So if you look at the lower time frame, this is the 15-minute time frame, you can clearly see that sweep. See, that sweep swept everybody, including me, swept me out because I entered that sell. Price came out, there was news on Friday, and boom, price just came, swept everybody, and still continued to the downside. So that's why I'm waiting for price. So I'm waiting for price to break this low on 15-minute time frame. If price breaks that low, I want to see a retest or a reversal to at least the 15% level, and then I will join the sell. So 15-minute time frame, that will be my entry time frame. So fingers crossed. So if you notice, right, you Euro USD, GBP USD, odd USD, NZD USD, they all have very similar movements. So if I'm trading one of them, like this week that I've picked GBP USD, I'm just going to stick with GBP USD. There's no need in trading GBP USD, Euro USD, odd USD, and if you want to hit stop loss, you hit 4 stop losses at once. So I'll just pick one, because if you notice on the left side, you see a lot of unmitigated imbalances. That's what is giving me the confidence that this market is actually going to sell. Everything it has been doing is just stop hunt, it's just sweep that is looking for, and it has done a lot of liquidity sweeping from the buy side, from sell side liquidity, and it's time for it to sell downwards. All right, so that's why I'm confident that this market is going to sell. It has taken out liquidity recently, and so it's done with that part. So it's going to go to the buy side and look for more liquidity to take out or imbalances to fill. So this is what I'm expecting price to do, to give me a reversal. I want it to break this low with a body, not a wick, give me a reversal, and then go down to the downside. So I want to keep this video as short as possible, and this is it. Okay, so guys, I hope your week is profitable. Bye.